What's up, everybody? I'm Jacob. If you're new here, I talk a little bit about everything. If you like that, stick around a little longer. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how Hollywood and celebrities in particular are getting absolutely wrecked by AI. But you know what? This is a long time coming. We've had the last 10 years where we've changed. Hollywood's gone through a change where it was about escapism, entertainment, and even art to a degree. And it slowly crept into a platform to spread some kind of narrative, push all kinds of political agendas. And, frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm just exhausted from it. And I kind of chuckle at some of the things that are happening with AI and celebrities, but some of it, it's concerning. This week, we had a video come out where Kanye West was used AI to put in celebrities in this anti-Semitism video. Let me mute this because it's probably copywritten. But anyway, this is kind of skates the line where you're putting words in celebrities' mouths. So it's almost like it's the exact opposite of where Hollywood has been pushing corporate messaging, all the wokeness and everything is creeping into media. And now it's almost like the pendulum's kind of swinging the other way, so to speak. But yeah, when I saw this, I kind of chuckled, but I thought, you know what, this is actually pretty serious because a lot of these celebrities did not consent to having their image, their likeness put into this video, even though they may agree with what this message is. It's probably not a good idea to put celebrities into videos without their permission. And, there's been some celebrities that have already talked about this. I know we've had Keanu Reeves has talked a lot about how AI, his concerns around using his likeness in AI. And I think his approach has been pretty healthy because he's gone on record basically saying, look, AI is a thing. I get it, but I don't want you using it without me knowing that you used it on me, and do not use it without my permission. Use my likeness without my permission. So I think that's a pretty healthy way to approach it. But it's not just using the likeness of these celebrities. There's actually a lot of tools that are used by Hollywood to alter or create imagery and sounds in movies and television. There are already AI tools that do color correction and all kinds of basic things around film editing. But they're also using AI to generate the voice of the celebrities. I found this interesting clip with Hank Azaria, or Azaria, I think I'm saying his name wrong, but you probably know him as doing all these voices on The Simpsons. And he did, let me show you the video here so you can see what I'm talking about. He did an interview with the New York Times where he talked about using AI to completely generate performances, vocal performances. So let's watch this for a minute and watch how he kind of comes to the realization that, yeah, it's fake now, but what's going to happen in a year from now, 5 years now, 10 years from now? Pretty interesting.
I didn't really think about AI seriously in terms of voice acting until about a year or two ago. Obviously, the Scarlett Johansson thing.
Scarlett Johansson saying this voice used by OpenAI's virtual assistant Sky
Hello, I'm really excited about teaming up with you.
sounds, quote, eerily similar to her own.
I think there's a humanness that the
Yeah, we're going to start to see the word or the term eerily similar be a legal phrase used a lot around AI.
AI can't do right now, at least vocally, and may never be able to do, that involves a character's motivation, certain emotions, subtleties of physicality, facially or otherwise, that add up to a human being. People are going to listen to and enjoy and watch what they like, and they're not going to care whether AI generated it or a human generated it or some combination of the two.
He gets it.
Right now, what AI generates by itself as Moda Bartender or anything else isn't going to cut it. But if it does start to cut it, people are going to listen to it, and they're going to be grateful that it's so readily available. Look what happened, to the music industry. When they got cried a tear because the record industry reinvented itself. I got to listen to all the music for free all of a sudden. So I don't think people are going to feel much differently about any of this.
Wow, that's profound to just kind of see a celebrity come to that conclusion. And as someone who was in the music industry for many years, to see that shift to where the albums were a really huge part of the revenue, and all the things that went on around that, all the industry around just moving the albums and the CDs around in the system to where it started going digital, and a lot of the artists had to rely on their live shows and merchandise. And so, today that's pretty much how you make your money. And it's just assumed that, the amount of money you make from your music is minuscule to the actual revenue that you get from just your person, your likeness and performing live. And that may change soon as well. Now where we have AI doing video as well as audio and being able to do the editing and almost, the movie making process, as it were. So, and also too, imagery is one thing, but we also have, let's see here, we've got the Writers Guild that happened back in 2023, summer of 2023, took about 5-6 months to resolve. And they tried to put some things in their guild that basically said that you cannot compel a writer to use AI tools, which I thought was very specific, kind of interesting, and long-term I think might actually end up harming them. But there's this little paragraph in here where what they came to an agreement to in the Hollywood sphere of writing was a writer can choose to use AI when performing writing services if the company consents and the writer follows any applicable company policies. But the company can't require the writer to use AI software, e.g. ChatGPT, when performing writing services. There's also some other things in here about where if, because again, who actually owns the right or the copyright to the art that's generated by the AI? Because you're basically using imagery and sounds and other resources that already exist, and the AI is kind of like this big blender and mixes them together to make something new, net new. But is that violating a copyright? What data was fed into the AI? Is any of that copywritten? But I think the cat's out of the bag. It's already too late. And also too, writers are not public figures typically, and there's a reasonable level of ownership and privacy expectations as a non-public figure as opposed to a celebrity. So like anything that's in the realm of PR, it's perfectly reasonable to show their image. So where's the line between PR, putting your face on something that whether it has a message you agree with or not, has your likeness on it, that was computer generated? Where is the line? So there's a lot of gray areas that are going to have to be delineated, and copyright laws are going to have to be updated tremendously because of artificial intelligence tools. But what's interesting too here about the WGA, they have this phrase in here. Where is it? The first one. Neither traditional AI technologies, including those used in CGI and VFX, nor generative AI, meaning artificial intelligence that produces content, including written material, is a writer. So in other words, the AI cannot be a writer, does not have the rights of a human or the copyright rights of a human creator. So no written material produced by traditional AI or GAI can be considered literary material. So neither can it own the copyright, and neither can the material that it generates actually be considered copyrightable or actual art. So that's that's pretty bold to put it like that. But it's easier for the writers to have that position because they're not in the forefront. Their words are the only things that are really moving around in the bits, so to speak, inside the computer. If a company gives a writer written material produced by general artificial intelligence, or generative, that hasn't been previously published or exploited, that material doesn't count as assigned material for compensation purposes or source material for determining credits. and can't be used to disqualify a writer for separated rights. In other words, a company can't give you an AI-generated screenplay and pay you a rewrite fee. You would be treated as the first writer of the screenplay. So yeah, there's this idea of like scripts where, you know, they'll bring in a writer on a movie, they work on the script, and then, oh, that we don't like that, we'll give it to another writer and they rework it. And so it would be very easy for additional writers to come in and use these AI tools to help rewrite things too. So that was a lot of what was around the writer's strike, at least in the AI circles, or the concerns they had was who gets the attribution, what is considered literary work by humans versus AIs, and how do you get credit for and paid for your work. So there's also like the concern, you know, when the writers are moving between projects and they take over a pre-existing script, there's also this big concern about like, how do I know I'm not working on AI because I put all my time and money in, and then I can't get writing credit because I didn't know the source material had any pieces of AI generated art in it. So there's this phrase in here where it says the company must disclose to the writer if any materials given to the writer have been generated by AI or incorporate AI generated material. So, you know, I can see all the concerns here, but honestly, in the long term, I think that you're going to start to see companies come up that are outside of the Hollywood system, and they're going to overtake Hollywood, and they're going to create content like Hank Azaria was saying, that it's good enough, it's entertainment enough, and also too, because Hollywood's been pushing all this agenda, people just want to escape. They just want to be entertained. And there's going to be a company that'll come up that'll be able to produce Hollywood level content without all of that. And I hate to break it to you, but the celebrities, the way they're treating, a lot of them treat their fans, they don't understand the fan base and call them stupid. Tell half of them, I don't want your business. All of this is just pushing people towards what companies that are starting these AI-based companies are going to overtake Hollywood, and Hollywood's going to die in the vine. Anyway, I just saw these dots floating around out there. I thought I'd connect them for you. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, comment below. And until the next one, peace.